Hello, my name is Braxton Dupras. This is a presentation for SYM-408 Relational Databases for Business Applications. The professor is Brian Litort, I believe is how you pronounce it. This is October 5th, 2023. The purpose of this presentation is to show the power of analysis in database structures. So in total we made a database and put it into Power BI and gathered data from it to create these graphs. So this is the presentation. So the first graph is past sales trends for products. For this company, as you can see, it has 10 each of the cozy socks and Dura boots. It's a little small on my screen, but it is visible. So, conclusion of the data and recommendations to the company is the most popular products were Dura boots and cozy socks. The least popular items was the biggie bag. It's a better idea to focus on increasing production of Dura boots and cozy socks and developing more products like both of them. It is also important to investigate why Biggie Tate did not get that many sales. That might be a possible solution on increasing revenue and where they can go as far as the future. The last 2 years of previous sold data, they only had 1 year, which is 2013. The conclusions of it, like I said, they were only sales in 2013. It's important to investigate why there were sales in 2013, and why other years did not have sales. Once you investigate that, come up with a solution, you can expand on the better idea on producing better products. If that is why they got more sales in 2013, maybe they marketed more, maybe that's why. So that is the best idea to do. And then if other years didn't make sales, maybe you can look and investigate, see why they didn't, and potentially make alterations in procedure to potentially avoid that. This is a graph sales by region. Tri-State obviously had way more sales than Chicagoland, is what it kind of shows. The conclusions of data and recommendations for this one is the Tri-State region had the most sales. As I said, Chicagoland only had 4 sales, pretty light compared to the Tri-State. So, similar to the other one, it's important to look at this data and find out why, right? And I mean, you can use data to do that. As far as this database is concerned, we don't really have that much data to see why that was and why not. You can use it to managerial experience and basically have them investigate why certain locations didn't and why certain locations had more sales. It could be trends, it could be all sorts of different ideas. So basically, same idea. You want to defer negative trends in the company. So Chicagoland was kind of a negative trend as it only got 4 sales. So I obviously defer it and potentially employ ideas that the Tri-State did differently to other areas and expand on that to make better revenue. This is a depiction on what each region bought. The tri-state is the dark blue, Chicagoland is the light blue. So with this, the light blue, you can see Chicagoland, 2 of ZZ bags, 2 easy boots, while the tri-state bought a lot more popular items such as the cozy socks and derby boot. So conclusions of data and recommendations is the tri-state region was the only one to buy the most popular items, which is the cozy sock and the derby boot. So it is important to look at that and, you know, expand on this idea in the tri-state area, maybe employ it into similar regions, as that is kind of how you can use that data. As far as Chicagoland, though, they didn't buy any of the cozy sock or the derby boot. They bought the easy boot and the ZZ bag, which the tri-state also bought, but it also kind of shows like a different market in that region. So you want to look at that and you want to kind of expand on that idea. Maybe Chicagoland should be leaning towards more projects such as the easy boot and the ZZ bag, and maybe other regions that are similar to that area, they might enjoy that product as well. So we can kind of use that data to basically, you know, increase revenue, choose which products they want to employ more of in that area. Maybe, you know, the cozy sock and derby boot is like a totally different like type of style than what the Chicagoland is, and that's why they weren't buying it, and that is maybe why their sales are so low. But you know, there's a few people that like the easy boot, the ZZ bag, because maybe that's more of a style in that area. So it's important to look at this data and really just like investigate what the trends are and kind of adapt a business to what might work best in certain areas. That's where this data kind of comes in handy. And the final one is this is kind of like a calendar that we designed. Can't really zoom in on it. I do have it in the reference, but basically it shows the full date, year, the work, if it is a work day or not, such as like if it's Saturday or Sunday. It also shows like the number of week it is in the year, and just kind of general idea of like what the year looks like. This is kind of important because you can use this and employ it into the database and really just like use it for analysis to see what like trends are. So like, I mean, obviously Christmas time, you're gonna have more sales for like toys and all sorts of different items just for presents. It's really a popular time, so a lot of companies will look at that and increase the product available so they get the most revenue and whatnot. So this will be able to be employed to really emphasize, like really to look at it and allow the company to see what days have higher sales. And, you know, if it's a weekend, it'll show that, which is why they might not have sales for that day. So, really important stuff. But that will conclude my presentation.